their relationships and have more sex than women who don't play video games. And that was from a survey conducted by the Harris Interactive. They studied and the lifestyle and habits of female gamers, and it suggested that women who play online claim to have more sex and often engage in happier relationships than those who don't. So
absolutely genius, probably skewed study from nerds that want to have sex with their girlfriends, but also not get yelled at for playing video games. Genius, genius release.
Yeah.
I know I can see a gamer chick being down to you know.
Yeah, but I think they handpick some horny gamer chicks.
It also works. It does work good too if you're playing video games together. You'll get horny at the same time.
Right.
It's like
you're both at home.
Yeah, it's like
You both don't have any lives.
Lines things up exactly.
Right. Yeah. In between raids, you raid her. Right.
That's absolutely
raid the bedroom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Quick update on the Mexican kidnapping that we've been talking about. And what we're gonna do about it, right? We're talking a lot of big talk. We have been talking.
Graham, I saw
Lindsey Graham's pissed. Also
military, bro.
That's right. So also GOP senators.
I think we should fuck them in their asses. All of their cartel.
Yeah, well, he wants to just bomb them to smithereens.
Line them up.
Line them up.
That's right. So Senators Roger Marshall and Rick Scott are reintroducing the legislation that will designate drug cartels as terrorist organizations, right? So the Drug Cartel Terrorist Designation Act would designate the cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. Therefore, it would give U.S. law enforcement a lot more power to fight against them. It would also criminalize the act of helping cartel members get into the United States and allow the Treasury Secretary to freeze assets of cartels and block monetary transactions, therefore hitting them where it hurts, right?
That stuff didn't exist before. That's kind of surprising, I guess.
Pretty surprising, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like
you thought they're a terrorist group. What are we talking
about?
Right,
that would have been like step one to do those things, right? If you were trying.
Yeah, no, it seems like we're just kind of going along with it.
I mean, like the Proud Boys and Antifa are terrorist groups, right? Like the cartel certainly can be a terrorist group, right?
Yeah, hopefully. Wow. So
okay.
Rick Scott said, quote, "For too long, Biden's botched border policies have prioritized criminals and cartels." And Biden's been getting a lot of shit about his lack of, fentanyl, care about fentanyl and how much is coming into the country. For too long has prioritized criminals and cartels over legal immigration and American safety. Dictators, cartels, and bad guys around the world know that Biden is a weak appeaser with open border policies. They're taking full advantage by trafficking evil drugs like fentanyl across the southern border, poisoning our communities and killing our loved ones. Obviously, Biden is not all on Biden, but
I mean, it seems like the cartel not having any type of financial repercussions at all to this point probably isn't just Joe Biden.
They had an easy pass. They don't even have to go through border. You didn't catch the Biden "I love fentanyl" speech?
No, I didn't miss that.
I think they just got him on the border because illegal crossings have increased more than ever. I think they just try to tie everything back.
Cartel
to that
and border definitely can be tied together. Yes,
but it's not like he was the one that slept on these rules forever.
No, the cartel's been kicking ass for a long time.
Yeah. Also,
had a president, I don't think, that's been super tough on the cartels. Yeah.
No, Mark. And speaking of why people aren't super tough on stuff, speaking of Rick Scott and fentanyl and moving drugs, he's been connected to a massive Medicare fraud scandal forever. So
that's domestic terrorism too.
That's just politics right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's the other guy's failure.
There's a lot of money in the cartels, the CIA used to be involved with them, maybe still is with the buying of the heroin and all stuff and the drugs. Look, the cartels are just stupid. If they would just stop shooting civilians, they would get away with it.
The problem is they introduced a drug that is way too strong in fentanyl, and it's killing way too many Americans.
And their problem is they're racist, and they thought the first black people at the border were Haitian.
Haitians.
Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah. And then Bill Barr is also speaking out, the most expressive attorney general of all time. Look at this guy. Look at the expressions of Barr.
Yeah.
I mean, just incredible.
He's smarter than you, and he knows it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Those glasses, the perfect circles.
Yeah.
He's just letting you know. Yeah.
He basically says, we want to be able to fight them as if they're an Islamic terrorist group. And, so we'll see what happens. We'll see if the bill goes through. We'll see what actually gets done. But the fentanyl needs to stop. That's for damn sure.
Put Barr back up.
Which
pictures, all of them. Bar looks like a guy who's got absolute control over his farts, like muscle control over over his farts. And
when he
can let him out whenever he wants. Yeah.
But when he does, watch out.
Yeah,
he's a caricature artist's dream. When he sits down to get his like a character done, the character artist is like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good.
He's like a classic grandpa. Yeah.
His face is nothing but lines.
Yeah.
Lines going in every direction.
It's amazing. So that's what's going on with the Mexican. They're still trying to get the bodies back from the two deceased. They were in a morgue in Mexico. They're doing autopsies on them.
Yeah,
apparently they were
find
tortured.
Them in the bottom of a vat of acid.
Apparently they were tortured. They arrested the guy who was guarding the house where the torture was going on. That's a new development. So I mean, fucked up shit. So they got one of them. Hopefully
we know you're the Haitians. They're like, no.
That's North Carolina plates. Moving on. Tiger Woods. The tiger is once again having pussy problems.
Out of the cage.
Wouldn't you know it?
Yeah.
He's back in the news for another scandal, and now the details are emerging of his nasty breakup with his ex, Erica Herman. So these two started dating back in 2017.
She never had a chance.
Right. Yeah.
You're telling me things don't end well when you have those types of fetishes.
Yeah. And they met because
I can change them.
Tiger hired her to run his restaurant in Jupiter, and then they started fucking, and then they started dating, and then Tiger made her sign an NDA in August of 2017, and now they're breaking up, and shit has gone sour. Basically, what Erica is claiming is that Tiger Woods tricked her by telling her that they were going to go on a vacation and to pack her bags and meet him at the airport. And when she did, she got to the airport, and his team, his people that are in charge of his trust, were like, we got you. All we wanted was for you to get the fuck out of the house. Now you can't go back. Now you're locked out.
Change the locks.
Yeah, now you're locked out of this palatial mansion. And that's where shit really started to go downhill. Yeah.
He was trying to get rid of her and had to take like legal action, basically.
Yeah, they told her trick her. They told her she had been locked out of the residence, and it would be a violation in violation of the oral tenancy agreement, and in violation of Florida law. So they removed all of her shit. They took $40,000 in cash that belonged to her. They made some allegations as to how she got that money, and now, Erica was pissed about that, right? Obviously, I mean, he kicked her out of his fucking house. She's pissed.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. That's scorning a woman.
Exactly, Mark.
Dude, getting broken up with by somebody's lawyer must be an insane experience.
Oh, it's so impersonal. It's just
It's like getting a note or like having someone else at the playground break up with you. In like
it's a real how dare you situation.
Sarah wanted me to tell you that she doesn't like you anymore.
Exactly.
Fuck.
So Erica claimed that they had
let me hear from Sarah.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me talk to her. I just want to see her. I just want to see her. I just want to say one thing to her. Let me talk to Sarah.
So Erica claimed that her and Tiger had this oral agreement. She was doing some stuff at the house. He said that she could live at the mansion for 11 years and that she still has 5 years left in her oral agreement to live in this fucking mansion. And now she says that she's entitled to compensation because she was traumatized first from being tricked and because he broke this like oral agreement, and she wants compensation of $30 million.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Right.
No chance.
Maybe also, $40K cash back.
Right, exactly. I mean, she's going to get paid because it gets worse.
Yeah.
So she also wants a judge to null the NDA that she signed when she entered this relationship.
He's going to just have to settle with her. Yeah.
There aren't there these rules coming around? I don't know if it's state by state or federally where if it's in regards to rape or sexual assault, then NDAs can be superseded. But,
absolutely, Mark. That's exactly what's happening here. It's some kind of let me see if I can find. You're right. It's a law that the NDA can be null if there are allegations of sexual abuse, and that's the box that she checked when she filed to have the NDA nulled by the judge. And now she's not saying what exactly happened, but she is saying that that's the reason that she wants the NDA to be nulled. So,
he didn't tell me he was going to bring the GIMP out.
Right.
And the other people, yeah. He's into some freaky shit.
Oh,
What a weird thing to say to someone. You can live here for 11 years. Hey, honey, you can live here for 11 years. No problem. Like that's, I don't even believe he said that. That's
well, and then he had his lawyer. I mean, he had a lawyer break up with somebody. He's a weird dude for sure.
And Florida law, the oral agreements under Florida law are only good for less than 1 year. So she has no real basis. She's pissed. She's real pissed. And
Florida's a big golf state. It's a big pro-tiger state, you know.
Jupiter, that county, wherever
he's trying to scare him into a settlement.
That's exactly what I think. Will now maybe he did abuse her. I don't want to say that he didn't, because Tiger has known to do some shady ass shit. But it sounds like she's scorned and wants a payday and is pissed, and she wants to be able to share some shit that maybe Tiger doesn't want out there that's going to tarnish his reputation. She's playing a little game of cat and mouse with him right now.
Tiger drives the chick's the chick's mad, man. Like his ex-wife took a golf club to his head in front of everyone, like in front of his house. Like he scorns hard. He's a weird guy. He gets him riled up, you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
Some chick is definitely going to think she can change him though immediately.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can.
They're lining up. He's a billionaire. Yeah.
It's called the it's called the Speak Out Act is what you're referring to, Mike. Right. Yeah. So it provides an exemption in scenarios where there's evidence of sexual assault or harassment under the NDA. So we'll see. We'll wait to hear, but I don't think we're going to hear much more about it, because I think she's going to get a big old fat check.
Yeah. He's not gonna. No chance she gets what she's asking for, but she's going to get a check.
No, yeah. I mean, she obviously has got some shit that he doesn't want out there. That's like personal. They dated for 6 years. I mean,
hook it to my veins if it goes Johnny Depp style into court.
Yeah,
right. He's never gonna let that happen after.
I mean, think about the stuff you wouldn't want your exes to tell the public. Imagine the stuff Tiger Woods doesn't want his exes.
All I want to hear,
my exes could ruin me.
All I want to hear is Tiger Woods' text messages read aloud in court. His sex messages.
Yeah,
notoriously dirty sex talker.
Yeah, but hopefully he has to read them in his voice.
Yeah. Can you read this, sir?
Well, this next one says
the one about the BP.
Yeah, there they are. They're looking real happy at a baseball game. It looks like.
He looks not. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. I mean, they dated for 6 years. Yeah, Tiger, a guy like Tiger, he's probably got a shelf life of 3 max.
Yeah, he was so
celebrity athlete, you know.
You can live here for 11. What was he doing, signing himself up for 11 years?
That's what I'm saying. I don't even believe he said that.
He didn't say that.
Why would he pick 11? Yeah. Why would he? That's such an arbitrary number, unless there's a reason, like she turns a certain age at 11. You can live here till you're 50 or something like that. If he said something along
you drive
lines.
A hard bargain. Fine, 11.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll keep you posted on whether or not we hear any more about that. Artificial intelligence, got some news on that. Can now see your thoughts and draw them based on text prompts and MRI scans. You hear about this shit?
I'd believe it though, because we are stupid enough where I think the computers could just like look at us and tell.
We're just letting them in. We're just opening the doors and saying, "Come on into our brains, AI. Come on in. You want to fuck with us? You want to fuck up our whole society? Come on in."
I got high last night after the show and watched like this YouTube video of like this genius talking to another semi-genius about science, and it was just like he's essentially explaining that, you know, we're probably in some sort of we've evolved to make reality less scary for us. That the real reality that we're in is scarier, and we have a bunch of like blockers that like, oh look, you know, like I like food and fast, but like in reality it could be more like the actual Matrix where everything's like the nuclear wasteland, and like it's just like
video where they're talking about like, and they show the Wall-E people and all that.
Yeah, shit. They explain that you know, like you've evolved to become.
What do you
like
think?
A
COVID.
Pussy.
What do you think? Like keeping people like home, wanting people to be on their phones more. Yeah, I mean, like
it was scaring the shit out of me. The shit he was saying, I was like, oh god.
And it's happening quick. That's the scariest thing about it.
Yeah.
So what this new technology is coming out of, you know, Japan, Osaka University. We got to put a stop to these, you know, they're very all about AI over there in Japan.
Yeah.
And researchers at Osaka, basically what they did is they put someone in like an MRI scan machine. Then they showed them pictures, and then the brain like recognized the picture, so the person was thinking about this image. Then it took the scans, the information from the scan, and it was called functional magnetic resonance imaging, or fMRI. And then the AI decoded those scans, and then they were able to recreate the images from the brain. So here they were showing a picture of this like clock tower. Here's what the AI drew. A fucking clock tower, a train. AI drew a train. It did this with 80% accuracy with over 1,000 with over 1,000 images. So yeah, it's getting close to just mind reading shit.
Yeah, it's like the precogs.
Yeah.
Minority Report, but it's
they need to, somebody should do something about it, but nobody will. It's too profitable. Everybody it's like an AI gold rush right now. It's like the .com boom, like when people were making websites hand over fist. Now people are making AIs nonstop, and they're like, I'm gonna make an AI that does this stupid thing. I'm gonna make an AI
doesn't
that
even
does this
solve a problem. It's just
yeah. It's just the genie's out of the bottle. It's
right. Could be good for
Pandora's box is open.
Could be good for like finding missing persons or other kind of shit. But it's just we're just letting them in. We're letting them in, and the technology I can't even begin to explain how they're fucking doing it. But it doesn't sound great with these MRIs and these what they're.
They don't care.
The MRIs, FMRs,
fMRIs,
the MRIs,
FMRIs,
fMRIs. Yeah.
People are just chasing the profits
those
on
MRIs.
this, man. Yeah. They don't. They're not. Nobody's concerned. Remember, we were talking just last week about the fucking people putting human brains inside.
It's too late.
Robots.
It's too late.
Like they don't care. They're just like, we're doing.
You just have to, try to involve yourself with the good AI when you buy products, and keep your head on a swivel.
Which brings us to
the cream of the crop.
Sorry, what'd you say, Mark?
I was like, there's a lot of Teslas crashing into trees today. I should probably Google if today's the day, that AI is doing its thing. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. If it's anything like the Terminator, that's kind of what'll happen, right?
A lot of plane crashes today for some reason.
Yeah. Not great.
Yeah.
Not great. Sharon Stone. Stone.
Yeah, I heard of her.
Yeah. Whoa.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Sharon Stone, huh? Here she is.
Whoa.
There she is she was the for those of you that don't know who Sharon Stone is because you were born, too late. Sharon Stone was part of many a young man's first sex scene they ever witnessed, first vagina they ever saw, first time they jerked off, in the now infamous movie Basic Instinct. Okay, and here's the cover of Basic Instinct, and basically it's a tale of an author who's also a killer. And Michael Douglas is trying to solve the case, but he gets too close.
Yeah,
he almost
too close.
He gets a little too close.
Yeah.
And he almost becomes a victim himself, but in the process has some of the most mind-blowing sex with Sharon Stone that you'll ever see on film.
Yeah, almost worth dying over.
Probably worth dying over.
Yeah, worth getting murdered over.
The way Sharon Stone fucks in Basic Instinct is a dream. And
he was ready to go the distance.
He was ready to. Yeah, he was.
The scene where they interrogate her, which you showed the still of, is so hilarious. It's like four guys smoking a cigarette, just watching her, and then she spreads her legs, and it's like one of the most first and most infamous beaver shots.
And that's why we're talking about her. That's why she was trending, because she went on a podcast. And the little known fact about that scene that they did, where they show her vagina, was that she didn't know they were going to show her vagina until the premiere, when she was surrounded by a bunch of industry professionals watching the movie for the first time. So,
how did she not know that? She knows about cameras, and she wasn't wearing underwear, right?
Because here's what they said. They said that the quote.
We just want to see it on set. We just want to see it. We won't put it in the movie. We just want to see it.
The director said that her underwear was reflecting the light. So they wanted her to look like she wasn't wearing underwear. But she had underwear on.
Why don't you pop them off?
Why don't you pop them off? Because
we can tell. Those things are blocking the whole shot.
We can tell.
Jim, they're scrambling the what'd you call it? They're Jim, what was it called? The higamading. They're scrambling the jigamading. Everything's going wiry with those underwear.
Just means you got to slide them off.
Got to slide them down, Jim. She's got to slide down, Jim says. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Too reflective, those undies. Yeah. And it's not reflective as a vagina.
Film set guys, man. That's
that's a dirty move.
So she didn't know that they were gonna fucking show her vagina until the scene. So what she said she did is she immediately went up to the room where they're playing it. She smacked the shit out of the director, Paul Verhoeven,
Paul's our hero, and
seen here now when he's real old, he's a creeper.
Creep.
Yeah, he's a creeper. Here he is back. Here he is back in the day.
Oh, look at that creep!
That
was when he made her take her underwear off.
Yeah.
Oh no!
So she left the theater, and she was like, she called her lawyer and was going to have an injunction to remove the fucking scene because she was so distraught about it. She felt so betrayed and taken advantage of. Then she says that she thought about it some more, and she was like, well, what if I were the director? Quote, this is what she said. What if I had gotten that shot? What if I had gotten it on purpose or by accident? What if it just existed? And she said that was a lot to think about. I knew what film I was doing. You know, she knew she was doing sex scenes. She knew it was a sexy ass scene. She knew her tits were going to be out. She knew her vagina was going to be out. She said she thought about it for a long time. You know, the long story short, she left it in there because she said that was her character.
Hey,
and you know,
hats off to her. Good.
Exactly.
I mean, that's. I mean, it's one of the most famous scenes in movie history.
Oh, it's
It was
absolutely.
smart. It was smart to not make a big deal out of it. That creep ended up helping her out because it's like one of the most iconic scenes ever.
She made lemonade out of a shitty situation where she should have slapped him and more, maybe punched him a few times. Yeah. But it did help her career for sure. So like
100%.
She was smart about it after they kind of tricked her into a.
It was a moonshot for her career.
Yeah.
And that's what set her off. I mean,
exactly. That scene.
That's what set a lot of guys off. Set everyone off.
Yeah.
Incredible. I mean, she did Total Recall with Arnold.
Yeah.
She did a lot of other movies. She did, I mean, Sliver with Billy Baldwin.
Backdraft.
So, but unfortunately, what also came of that scene and why she was trending is that all these years later, we're learning that one scene, one of the most infamous and awesome scenes in movie history, cost her son. In 2004, her ex-husband Phil Bronstein, here they are together. They were in a heated divorce, and Phil used her career as a sex symbol to gain full custody of their adopted son, Roan. She said, quote, I lost custody of my child. When the judge asked my child, my tiny little boy, do you know your mother makes sex movies?
Oh, come on.
Yeah. And that's why the judge gave her husband full custody, is because of her career, because of her sexual, movies.
What douchebags.
She said she ended up in the Mayo Clinic with extra heartbeats in the upper and lower chambers of her heart because she was so distraught. She said it broke my heart. Luckily,
she didn't make sex films.
No, she just made like Skinamax films.
She wasn't even really that nude after that. Like she was in Casino. Come on.
He married an actress. I mean,
she won a Golden Globe for fuck's sake.
Yeah, she's a pretty serious actress. Yeah,
she is.
She's a very serious actress. Yeah,
but this
territory.
The fucking judge, I don't know if it was a woman or man, obviously had it in for her, obviously thought she was inappropriate, obviously thought that her magnificent career as a sex symbol was made her incapable of being a good mother, and it cost her her son. She said it broke her heart.
What a dick that judge is.
Yeah. Good news is that she was able to keep in touch with her son. What a dick her fucking husband is too, right? He used that against her. Like that was.
Did you see the picture of him with that goatee and he looked like a.
Was there anything else going on? I mean, did she have?
He dyes his hair jet black but leaves his goatee white? Look at that piece of shit.
It's a weird one.
It's a weird dude.
I don't know if there's anything. I mean, obviously it was a messy divorce. I don't know if there was infidelity.
Drugs, infidelity.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that he was like how do I get the kid? I'm gonna use the fact that she was a sex symbol. So yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
She was. I mean, it was a blessing and a curse.
That's right. Is that the new news? She's basically saying that scene cost her child.
Yeah. It's kind of like the revelation that she did on the podcast. That's why she was trending.
What a sacrifice for all mankind. You know.
Yeah. So kind of spoils the scene a little bit. I'm sorry. Like.
Oh no, makes it better.
You think so? There's that vagina that cost her his son.
Cost her.
Yeah, this is gonna cost her.
It's good for me, bad for her.
Yeah.
What spices the scene up a little bit.
Yeah. If you haven't seen Basic Instinct, do yourself a favor and watch it tonight. It's something. Not exactly a tour de force of writing or anything, but
no, but the sex scenes,
But the sex scenes are incredible.
She is, it's a firecracker.
She's incredible.
Yeah. They did what is it? They had Kathy Ireland play in one of the spoof movies with like Leslie Nielsen. Kathy Ireland plays her character, and she does the beaver shot, and they put an actual beaver between her legs. And they go, nice beaver.
But yeah, so God bless you, Sharon. You gave us a lot over the years. I mean, look at this. I wish I could show you more, but
hot stuff.
It's just too hot for YouTube. I mean,
it's way too hot for YouTube.
Yeah, it sure is.
And that's going to do it for the Cup of Coffee in the Big Time, which is brought to you by Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit. Get nutritious, chef-prepared meals delivered right to your door, leaving you time and energy to tackle everything on your to-do list. Honestly, it's the easiest thing in the world. And these are not just some crap frozen meals. These are chef-prepared, absolutely delicious. Like if you put one of these on a plate at a restaurant, people would be like, compliments to the chef.
Yeah. Better yet, if you got like takeout from one of your favorite places and then you blind taste tested someone with one of these, I don't think they could tell the difference.
You could pin and tell people.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Do not have something in your mind with frozen foods like in the past where you buy like a shitty frozen.
No, it's fresh.
From the grocery store. Fresh. It's not like that at all. They're delicious.
No, it's incredible. So look and feel your best this time. Summer's coming up. Calorie smart meals around $5.50 or less. Too busy to cook? Factor. Skip the trip to the grocery store. Skip the chopping, the prepping, the cleaning. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes. So never frozen, all chef prepared, fresh ingredients. All you gotta do is heat them up and be like, and then talk about them. Basically, that's what you do. You heat them up by yourself,
be impressed,
and then you talk about how great it is. That's what you talk about. That's the conversation for the night.
This much flavor?
Which one did you get? Which one did you get? Wow, I can't wait.
I'm gonna have that one next. I'm gonna get that in the next box.
That's right.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You share a bite. Well, exactly.
That's what you do. It's a conversation starter is what it is. So with 34 chef-prepared, dietitian-approved weekly options, there's always something new to try. Enjoy meals from any time of day with breakfast options like egg bites, smoothies, more. Plus, replenish your snack supply with an assortment of 45 add-ons. So this can be your whole meal plan if you want it to be. And it's a great meal plan because it's healthy, nutritious, and tastes great. Get Factor and enjoy clean eating without the hassle. Simply choose your meals and enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered to your door. Again, 2 minutes. No prep, no mess. So head to factormeals.com/hardfactor50. Use code hardfactor50 to get 50% off your first box. That's code hardfactor50 at factormeals.com/hardfactor to get 50% off your first box. And I mean, it's going to save you a bunch of money and get you healthy. And summer's coming up, and just give it a shot. They are absolutely delicious.
And it's a great way to support the pod.
Absolutely.
What you're also going to want to do this year is breathe some life into your own backyard with fastgrowingtrees.com this spring. From shade to fresh fruit to privacy and natural beauty, let fastgrowingtrees.com help you plant the dream garden with their expert advice and fast, reliable shipping. You won't believe it when they arrive. If you normally buy your plants at nurseries, you're like, how could somebody ship me something and it's going to arrive and I'm going to be able to plant? It's going to be fresh. Do not worry. Their delivery system will blow your mind how efficient it is. And these trees and shrubs and whatever you order arrive fresh, ready to plant. FastGrowingTrees.com's plant experts curate thousands of easy to grow plant, shrub, and tree varieties for your unique climate. Meyer lemons to evergreens and everything in between. Happy plants, happy home, right? But sometimes it's hard to know which plants will do the best. No problem, because FastGrowingTrees.com, you get customized recommendations based on your specific needs. Plus, their plant experts are always available to help keep your plants growing healthy through the season and beyond. No more waiting in long lines and hauling heavy plants around. With FastGrowingTrees.com, you order online, and your plants will arrive at your door in just a few days. And I'm telling you, the delivery process will blow your mind. These things arrive fresh. You're like, sorry, I can't curse because it's an ad, but you're like, how in the world did this thing arrive so fresh in a box and it's an actual live plant? It'll blow your mind. Okay.
You can curse. They're fucking incredible. Come on.
I was going to say, didn't I curse last time in my ad?
Okay.
It depends on the ad. This isn't for young kids necessarily. This is for outdoors families.
Yeah, we're in the trust tree, and this tree is beautiful.
You get yourself a trust tree from them.
Exactly. From fastgrowingtrees.com. So join over 1.5 million happy Fast Growing Trees customers. Go to fastgrowingtrees.com/factor. now to get 15% off your entire order. And trees are expensive. That's a big discount. Get 15% off at fastgrowingtrees.com/factor. Do it. You're gonna love the trees this spring.
Yeah. Well, can I address something in the comments real quick?
Oh, of course.
Because I'm just tired of seeing it, honestly.
Of course.
Comments like this. Where's Pat? Okay. Let's just.
He's on the Monday, Wednesday, Friday shows right now.
Right.
Yeah, it shows that you're not a daily listener when you
tune in. He'll be here Sunday Night Live. He'll be here Tuesday Night Live, and he'll be.
How much do you like Pat
night.
really then? Because you didn't even hear him say that when he announced it on the podcast several times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
So you're outing yourself.
Yeah. Well, to support Pat,
you
should know his schedule.
Well, we wish he was here all the time, but that's just get with it.
We all do, but he's working Monday, Wednesday, Friday right now.
That's right.
You would know that if you really love Pat and you listen to him on the show.
Exactly. Just other inside baseball. We just got a copyright strike for Money for Nothing by YouTube today at 5 p.m.
Oh no.
No, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
but it always does that. That's normal.
Yeah, we've
this
got
is a new one.
Oh really? Is this a takedown?
No, it's just saying you can't monetize your episode type thing.
Yeah.
Do they only catch it every once in a while? Because we put it on every show.
Day. They catch it all the time. Mm-hmm. It's just on. Don't worry, Mark. It's just on the bonus shows. You can get those by subscribing if you want to the YouTube subscriptions, memberships, and you can watch it because Money for Nothing. Even though we can't monetize with ads, they just still let you watch it, so you can subscribe. You can watch it. So
we address this in the bonus shows, so you're gonna have to tune into the bonus shows.
What did Asa say?
It says says shit. Maybe I'm late, but you've changed rooms.
That's right. You need to listen to the Hive Hour to know more about Wes's new room. So there you go. Encouragement to go listen to those fantastic podcasts this week. Okay, guys, let's move it over to the kinda not surprising corner. It's kind of surprising stuff. It's like, whoa, this story's like shocking. And then you're like, is it? When you think a little more about it. Okay. A lot of kind of not surprising stuff going on in general right now. Like, did you guys see my boy, Dr. Bob Redfield? He testified before Capitol Hill on Wednesday, and basically saying that, we knew COVID-19 was potentially a very specific lab leak from the Wuhan lab the entire time. Shocker, right? Who knew, right? Such shocking news, but kind of not. Right, like
not shocking. The clip of Jon Stewart going on, who's the other, his correspondent from the original Daily Show, who's got a huge show, Steve whatever.
John Oliver. Yeah.
No, Steve one, the other guy, John Oliver, the other guy who has like his own late night talk show. Steve, not Carell, but the other one, the nerd with the glasses, Colbert. So he's on the Colbert Show, and he's going off about how it's clearly from the lab, and Colbert's like, no, stop, we don't know that yet. And he's like, oh yeah, we don't know that the Wuhan virus in China didn't come from the Wuhan virus lab. And then he makes a joke about it. He's like, if there's a large chocolate leak in Hershey, Pennsylvania, I'm not going to think it's from a random animal. It's probably from the fucking chocolate lab.
Right, exactly. And so it's like we've just been saying it wasn't from the chocolate lab for years, but no. Bob Redfield, former director of the CDC, said, no, yeah, we knew pretty much from before day one that it was probably that leak. Surprising, kind of not surprising, right? Or like me, right? I'm shopping for a new vacuum again because I've destroyed another one just that I thought would last forever, just like last time. And then I break it because I vacuumed too hard, and then I'm buying another one.
What do you mean you vacuum too hard?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I mean, I just I'm not, now that I got a toddler, I don't pick stuff up before. I just like
pushing down on it too hard.
I'll just try to stuff everything in it.
You put the hardwood setting when you're doing carpet or something?
No, I'm
vacuuming unvacuumable shit.
Yeah, well, sometimes, and then you reach your hand inside, you might break it. So.
You vacuuming up lawn trimmings?
Hard vacuumer.
This is surprising, not surprising. I should know myself by now. I've gone through 20 vacuums, but shocking, kind of not, right?
I'd like to see you vacuum now.
Yeah, I want to see him vacuum too.
What's going on?
Don't vacuum that.
I'm just too hard on him. I think.
Lego, no problem.
Gotta buy another one. These are shocking, but not shocking scenarios. And just like these next two stories I'm going to talk with you guys about right here. And thanks to Charles for this first one. You sent us a lot of stories, Charles, and this one is really great. Guys, I want you to meet Kristina Parks Fernandez. Okay. She's on the left with her friend. She
sure is on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The stacked one on the left.
Stacked one on the left. Yeah, yeah. And that's her with her friend a long time ago. She goes by Tina Noah Fernandez on social media, at Tina Trap Queen on Instagram. And you guys notice those pictures from a long time ago. That's not her Trap Queen days. She's evolved since then. And you see, Kristina used to be a shy mom. You could believe that, right? Like that lady on the left who got married, then she was like a shy mom, had 3 kids.
Okay.
Had 3
I can
kids.
tell she looks like a cheater to me. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, you think so? Well, Wes, you might be surprised with the outcome of this one.
I'd like to see Wes if cheating, like Wes correlates the bigger breast size to cheating. He's like, cheater. Whoa, she's a cheater.
Yeah. Well,
look at this.
The bigger the breasts, the more opportunity you have to cheat.
Yeah, that's where you're going with it.
Yeah. Well, Tina
she looks like everyone can look at the size of her boobs and be
a girl that attracts a few things, you know.
Regardless of the breast endowment, Tina claims that she used to be shy. She used to be married. She's a mother of 3. She's from California, and after she got married and had the 3 kids, it turned out she married an asshole, because as assholes tend to do, that guy just left her one day with the 3 kids. So Tina is left with
those
to fend, with her knockers and her 3 kids left to fend for herself. So what's she to do?
What's she to do?
Well, naturally feeling both the need to get the body tight, get it tight again because you're newly single, and wanting to make some cold hard cash, and probably just like feel better about herself and maybe be, like
OnlyFans.
more well, but also feel more like confident and secure in yourself.
Yeah.
A specific type of OnlyFans, Mark. Kristina became Tina Trap Queen and started serving up schmoes the experience of a lifetime on OnlyFans.
That's the same chick?
That's the same chick right there. Yeah. Wow. And for those that don't know what I just meant by that, that means that she became a huge female bodybuilder, and now she caters to guys called schmoes who love to be dominated by muscular women. Okay. She makes up to 20 grand a month doing that.
What a fetish.
God. Yeah.
So does she wrestle him, or does she talk shit to him? Like she
just talk shit to him on OnlyFans. Tells like
yeah.
Oh, really?
She topless only.
Physical with us.
Oh, I'm sure she
calls
threatens.
Pathetic.
You're touching yourself. You're queer. You're like a little pussy.
A little pig.
A little pig. Yeah, a little piggy.
From what I've seen on her Instagram, her
never
main
have
thing,
sex with me.
No, she teases the sex with her, but she says she'll beat up your girl. That's like what she says on Instagram. But once you get inside the OnlyFans VIP wall, I'm sure she'll say, sort of different things. Maybe whatever you ask her. Who knows? She says she doesn't do porn though. Her stats, guys. Okay. Fernandez is 42 years old. Look at that for 42. She has been doing fasted cardio since she turned 35 years old. She has 16-inch biceps, can bench press 170 pounds, weighs 182 pounds, with almost 42 pounds of that being raw muscle. And she says, like I said, it's topless only on her site. So don't even try her. She'll choke you out.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of, she's a little too muscular for me.
Yeah, she is too muscular.
I try to show
there's a lot of people are into that. I'm not, she looks, she's in incredible shape.
This is when she was first starting her fasted cardio, and
abs are a little intimidating.
She's grown her python since then.
Yeah.
But also, like, even if you were to ask her for the bottomless shots that she says she doesn't give, and she like threatened to choke you out, the schmoes would probably want that. So I'm sure they ask for it all the time. They like ask for stuff they can't get, and then she's like, "I'm gonna kick your ass," and like, "Oh yeah."
Schmoes are a hilarious genre. That discussion in the Discord led to the Netflix. Did you guys see the bodybuilding?
I watched it. That's why I'm doing this. Killer Sally was great, man. We talked about High Hours.
So Killer Sally, she would wrestle these guys, and it's hilarious. They would just go over to her house, pay her a bunch of money, and just stick their legs between her thighs and just let her choke them out, almost to the point of death.
Incredible.
They just wanted to get squeezed the life out of them,
tossed around.
Yeah, they just love it.
Suplexed.
Yeah. Schmo subculture is amazing, and I guess they call it muscle worship. If you don't want to use the term schmo, but schmo is so much more hilarious. These dudes just want to get their heads popped off.
Muscle worshiper. Yeah.
I'm pathetic.
Yes.
Schmo. It's so funny. Well, good for her. And it actually seems kind of like it's shocking, but not shocking. It's like a natural reaction, right, to her specific situation, being left to fend for herself and her 3 children.
Now she's loaded. Yeah, good for her. She's in the best shape of her life, and she's rich. Good for her.
Yeah,
Fuck
she
her.
gets in great shape.
Fuck her piece of shit husband leaving the family, ex-husband. Yeah.
So it's like kind of surprising, kind of not. Just like this last one, that the Nord Stream pipeline explosion was a quote unquote pro-Ukraine group after all now, according to U.S. officials. We'll get into it, Mark. It means that there's no details. That's right. According to our own federal government and the New York Times this week, they say intelligence suggests pro-Ukrainian groups sabotaged pipelines. U.S. officials said that they said there was much they did not know about the perpetrators and their affiliations. The review of newly collected intelligence suggests they were opponents of President Vladimir V. Putin of Russia, but does not specify the members of the group or who directed or paid for the operation. U.S. officials declined to disclose the nature of the intelligence, how it was obtained, or any details of the strength of the evidence it contained.
Why even write the article? It's insulting.
Yeah, I mean, look, I really wanted to be on the other side of this, and I was like, we didn't do it, but like the Pulitzer Prize guy gets the inside scoop, and then a couple weeks later, this article comes out. And
no, like, Mark, it's even more coordinated than that. Check this out. Like, so the U.S. claims no involvement from them or the U.K., but as Mark just said, the Seymour Hersh article has claimed that it was the U.S. just 4 weeks ago. Ukraine obviously would have wanted it to happen, but claims that they didn't do it.
Yeah,
Russia
they're kind of throwing Ukraine under the bus.
They are now, right? But Russia obviously didn't destroy their own gas store on purpose. And now we have a Mexican standoff of several nations all claiming it wasn't them, when one or multiple of them together certainly did destroy the pipeline.
I hate this.
Yeah, and as I'm sure you remember, President Biden has made a lot of claims regarding the pipeline. First, in February 2022, here's the condensed clip.
It will be no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it.
How will you do that, since the project and control of the project is within Germany's control?
We will. I promise you, we'll be able to do it.
Yeah. We have a few guys that are going to get to the bottom of it.
So Germany, that was
SEALs.
That was before. That was before Russia invaded, right before, in February 2022. Then in September 2022, at the time of the bombing, President Biden said this immediately right after.
So asked me earlier about the pipeline, and let me say this. It was a deliberate act of sabotage. And now the Russians are pumping out disinformation and lies. We're going to work with our allies to get to the bottom of precisely what happened. And at my direction, I've already begun to help our allies enhance the protection of this critical infrastructure. And at the appropriate moment when things calm down, we're going to be sending divers down to find out exactly what happened. We don't know that yet exactly.
Same divers.
We're not, just don't listen to what Putin is saying. What he's saying we know is not true. Thank you all so very much.
No questions.
This sucks.
Okay, so we said we would put an end to it before the invasion started. Then we said it was active sabotage and Russian disinformation. And then 5 more months go by. And in February of 2022, the Seymour Hersh article came out claiming that the U.S. Navy diving teams were somehow involved in the explosion operation. And now, as Mark pointed to at the beginning of this, just 4 weeks after that, and 4 days, Mark, after Biden met with German Chancellor Scholz in D.C., notice Germany comes back, we have the U.S. government tell the New York Times exclusively that they don't know who did it, other than it was a quote unquote pro-Ukraine group.
How do they know that?
And they don't say. And a German newspaper, Zeit, said the same thing, adding that a Ukrainian yacht was used in the operation. So suddenly and simultaneously, after telling everybody it was definitely an act of sabotage, probably Russian, for the last 6 months, all this changes this week.
Look, I mean, the best thing probably for the world, right, is to blame it on Ukraine.
That's what we're trying to do, because it keeps the war going. But I mean, like, because they're in a war with them.
Because they're already in a war.
Because otherwise it's an act of war from us, and then we're in the war even more than we are with the financial.
Well, sure, but it loses support for Ukraine, so you're throwing Ukraine under the bus.
Where does it lose support from Ukraine?
Support for Ukraine, because they're in a war with them.
Yeah.
Germany,
No, it does.
Germany would lose support for Ukraine.
It does because it sent the price of gas skyrocketing all over Europe for the last several months.
Especially Germany. Yeah.
Yeah. So they've been paying out the ass, the citizens. And I didn't think I would play this twice in 1 week, but.
I mean, I think some people thought you might play that twice.
Yeah.
I do love to play it. Okay. Yeah. Germans have said this. They said, the federal public prosecutor has been investigating the matter since the beginning of October 2022. It thus has sovereignty over the procedure. So somebody's still lying. Nobody said what's happened. The natural gas pipelines at the bottom of the Baltic Sea didn't just explode themselves and set off an energy crisis. It sent natural gas bills skyrocketing all over Europe until they could restore their natural gas supply chains very, very recently, like in the last month. So feels like this one is going the way of Epstein's jail cell, COVID origins, blah, blah, blah. Could have been anything really. And it's shocking, but not shocking.
Well, at least Russia isn't getting that money.
Yeah, I mean, fuck Russia's.
To fund their slaughter.
Well, yes.
First and foremost, fuck Russia.
Discussing the obvious benefits of the pipeline exploding for the Ukrainians and the Americans. Yes, obviously.
Well, it's obvious that we did it. I don't understand what's not obvious about this.
I was hoping we didn't.
I agree with you.
I don't.
Yeah.
We just got to live with it now.
All right. My turn?
Yeah.
All right. I got a fools that work in schools lightning round for you today. And if you don't believe
living on the edge of a lightning bolt, and I do not apologize for that.
Now it's official. So now it's a lightning round. First up, bad news. The Borg, the drink that is taking over college campuses across the nation and is specifically named after my drinking exploits in college nearly 20 years ago. That's been proven, is actually dangerous, it turns out, even though it's advertised as safe.
Well,
half a gallon of vodka is dangerous.
Well, yeah, but Wes, it has water and then the liquid IVs and caffeine, so it's supposed to hydrate you and keep you awake.
Oh, it's the caffeine in the vodka that they're saying is dangerous.
It's the liter of vodka.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not anything specific other than the fact that kids are dropping like flies is why they're saying it's dangerous.
It's the next Four Loko.
Yeah, it's drinking over a half a handle of vodka. That's the dangerous part.
Yep.
It's Four Loko 2.0.
In like one sitting and then probably more, as you'll see, because like what I did when I drank with the Borg, you're not going to just have the Borg. Like you're going to have the Borg and a couple beers. Like this is a chick that weighs like maybe 90 pounds. She has a tall boy and then the Borg.
She's about to get fucking fall on her face.
Yeah, well, you gotta chase your beer with the Borg. It's like, or either way, it just keeps it fresh. You gotta just like keep the flavor going.
Sorry to pick on Massachusetts schools again, but at UMass alone this past weekend, 28 ambulances were called to the campus. Some from neighboring towns because they ran out of ambulances to take these passed out, drunk, dehydrated kids to the hospital in. So 28 ambulances showed up at a UMass field party that was Borg inspired. And yeah, they it got real bad. It got real bad. It got real bad at UMass this past weekend. And now it's like making national news. And now the school has to issue an apology. And they're like, we're going to monitor Borgs and do better at educating people on alcohol at this school and safety of alcohol. So these morons ruined it for everyone, pretty much nationwide, because the UMass had an insane Borg party and people almost died at it.
What a nightmare for Uber drivers too, because you've just got kids that are puking red. Non-stop.
And you might run over a kid.
Your cars are just covered
down.
Yeah.
They're like dragons.
Yeah.
Projectile vomiting red.
I wouldn't pick up a kid in UMass right now.
Have you guys ever puked up? I did this at Mark's bachelor party when we were in New Orleans. I thought that I had puked blood, but I just had forgotten that I drank a daiquiri at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever done that? It's the craziest thing.
What is that? My insides? Yeah, I know you got it. Oh yeah.
I'm glad I missed this one.
The Borgs, I did 2 of them that one weekend. The one day I woke up top 10 hangovers in the past couple of years, and I had a bunch of liquid IVs in there. Like it doesn't. It doesn't work.
A liter of vodka is hard to get
just
past.
a shitload of vodka. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm going to take in smaller mixed drinks, like a mule or something, one at a time.
Right.
Anyways.
That would dehydrate Andre the Giant.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Let's head to Spain, where 28 female students, there's that number 28 again, were hospitalized at the Galeras Educational Institution after playing with a Ouija board multiple times.
What happened? This was the craziest headline.
Yeah. What? You guys ever fuck with the Ouija board? You ever play?
Yeah,
with the Ouija?
back in the day. Yeah,
A little bit, like
With
at parties
girls,
or whatever.
yeah.
Wes is 41, so I'm sure he did. I don't know, we might have been a little too young to play with the Ouija board, but
I haven't changed.
Yeah.
No, man, you definitely had somebody break out a Ouija board at a college party one time. You may not have been there doing it with them, but
I didn't hang out with
playing
that crowd
the
in
room
college.
with you,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah,
The Ouija board crowd.
The Wiccans.
Too cool. For
No, just like
I was too
drunk
cool for the
people
Ouija
breaking
board.
out.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I was.
Yeah.
Well, apparently at a school in Spain, they have a serious ghost issue, or one of those broads is a great actress while forcing everyone else to the letters she wants to freak them out, and everyone's freaking out. Like most of these girls are fainting. They're saying they're fainting 3 or 4 girls a day at this school and then being rushed to the hospital unconscious. Here, yeah, it's insane. Here's a picture of a passed out student at the school that had an anxiety attack and fainted after a Ouija board experience. They're taking her limp body to the hospital. And here's the head of the school, Hugo Torres, who says, look, we have 30 cases of anxiety attacks, but that's all they are, is anxiety attacks. Okay. Like, we're looking into it. It's not ghosts. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not the drugs, it's the Ouija boards.
Yeah, and it's only chicks. I don't know if I couldn't find out if it was like an all-girl school. Maybe it is, but it seems to be all females. And the parents
You have something like, there's got to be like, what did they do? They had to slip themselves with drugs or something. Like, no chance.
Right.
this
It
Ouija
sounds like they're
board's
getting
making
drugged.
it.
maybe drugged. The parents are livid because they're like, could you throw away the fucking Ouija board at least? Like,
Right.
why do you still have it out if everyone that plays it is passing out from anxiety? Like, maybe get rid of the Ouija board. Like, there's
Yeah.
get a Jenga thing in there or something. Like,
Yeah.
Connect 4. I don't know.
She's like the Bill Cosby of Ouija boards.
Just have sex,
Yeah, exactly. Safer. All right. Cool, by the way, a lot of shit goes down at that school. You can tell.
Yeah.
All right. Remember the teacher in Canada that is a dude that dresses as a woman with size Z fake boobs?
Yes, this guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's Kayla Lemieux. Like Mario Lemieux, but Kayla Lemieux. And as of a week or two ago, Kayla has officially been placed on paid leave. One of the main reasons why, and also probably evidence to show that Kayla is just a huge trolling the system, and wanted to be placed on paid leave or fired so she could sue, or they could sue, he could sue, is that Kayla's been photographed several times outside of school looking like Dan Lemieux.
Tim Dillon. Yeah.
Tim Dillon Lemieux. So it's not like a lifestyle thing. It seems like Kayla Lemieux likes to do it at school only. And why would that be? Probably so that they can, get paid leave.
Yeah. Cause a stir.
Yeah.
He's a real shit stirrer, that Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Dan's hilarious, man. The funniest part about Dan here is that he actually got the government to side with him. Remember the first time we did this story?
Oh, yeah.
He got the government to side with him over the parents, over the kids that were like, dude, he's pranking you guys. And the government was like, no.
Eating out of the palm of his hand since day one.
Yeah.
Now they're paying him to stay home and look like Dan.
We support Kayla. And then now they just don't want to admit they were wrong. So they'll just squash it and pay him to go away.
He's out there cutting down trees and laughing.
So what's their stance now, though? Because they were with him when he was just.
Oh, they're still with him, Wes. They're just
no. They're investigating why they would be with him if he looked like Kayla 24/7.
If he was legit, right?
Yeah, but they're realizing now that they probably were fooled and they're not.
But I don't think they've said anything about like retracting their support because they can't because of
no. They said he's on. They said Kayla's on paid leave. They support Kayla wearing whatever she wants to, but they're investigating why Kayla doesn't look like Kayla outside of school.
They want Dan to live like this 24 hours a day.
No,
that's
but
what that's what they want.
Yeah. She better go get the mail with the big boobs.
No chance.
Yeah.
She has to watch the car.
Whether inconvenience yourself if you want our support.
Yeah,
dude, exactly. Dan has been doing this con for years. He's thought it through. He's got something on him when they come to him with like, you can't look different at another time. He's got something lined up for that.
Yeah, for sure. Two more real quick. I know it's going long. More fools that work in schools are 50-year-old Stephanie Sanabrini. Santa Bria, former math teacher who went at Connecticut's Brookside Elementary School. She was fired and now arrested after she demonstrated the classic equation of one teacher choking one student unconscious in a failed jiu-jitsu demonstration equals 2 years of probation.
At least.
This lady just in math class was like, hey, someone brought up jiu-jitsu, probably her, and was like, hey, I could show you a few defense moves. And she put the chokehold on 3 kids. One of them she choked unconscious. The lifeless kid was treated by a nurse, and he ended up being fine. Besides the fact that when he woke up from the chokehold, he got a new nickname by everyone in school, which was Bitch Boy. Bitch Boy for getting choked out by a female teacher. Bitch Boy went home.
Wet his pants too.
Yeah, he pissed himself. He shit a little bit, sharted a little bit when she put him out. So he got a few nicknames, and then he went home. Bitch Boy went home and complained to mom. Mom complained to the school. Stephanie got kicked out. They had to issue an apology, and then she was arrested this past week.
Lawsuit coming,
and she's coming. She's going to court on this Friday, where the judge is going to be like, Miss Santa Bria, do you think choking a student unconscious is appropriate behavior for a teacher? A lot of she's got nothing. Yeah.
That's quite the call to get.
Yeah. All right. Here's a sick one. 71-year-old.
Bitch Boy's about to be Rich Boy, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Big time.
He's got to change schools, and he's going to get a new wardrobe. Here's 71-year-old retired Michigan teacher Rex Phelps. He's been arrested for assaulting a 15-year-old disabled child in his plane.
Disabled.
What? Wait, what?
You hear me?
Wait, no, rewind that. What the fuck?
That's 71-year-old retired Michigan teacher Rex Phelps, who's been arrested for assaulting a 15-year-old disabled child in his airplane. He took her up to 30,000 feet and assaulted her on multiple occasions, allegedly. He was the head of the aviation club after he retired from teaching, so he had access to any plane he wanted and also could sign in whoever he wanted to or not in the guest log. He left out the 15-year-old disabled chick a few times. It's just me going up there. Yeah.
Was she mentally disabled or physically?
They didn't say.
I think she was mentally disabled.
I think mentally as well.
Yeah.
Rex told her he wanted to marry her when she turned 16, said things like, I hope this doesn't seem like I'm grooming you, while he was grooming her, and set up a sex romp at his house when his wife was going on vacation this year. He also made her
piece of shit.
Yeah. He also made her delete text messages and told her to stick to the story when the heat was coming around the corner, but she was just disabled, so she forgot the story. And
right. Was he
mentally
like
disabled?
So he went after her because he figured she was an easy target because of the disability?
Yeah.
Yes.
Of
sounds
course.
like.
Of course. Yeah.
Plus,
stick to the story. She's like,
oh.
You bring someone with mental disabilities 30,000 feet, it like makes it times 2, right?
You're right.
Probably.
Right. Yeah. She thought she was literally flying.
Yeah.
This guy needs.
I should stop making fun of her.
Chair.
She's the victim.
He's
the asshole. I got to shift my jokes.
The chair for this guy.
Joke about this guy. Chair.
No one will see us up here. Yeah.
Look at
Terrible
this
for
fucker.
her. Terrible for her. And you have to assume this is not his first victim. He's a lifelong teacher near kids, 71-year-old creep.
No.
So hopefully, justice is brought to all of his victims, if there are any other ones out there. Yikes.
Pedos are out of control, man.
All right, bonus talk real quick. Let's not end on that one. Let's end on another sex teacher, but this one's a little less gross because it's a hot 30-year-old lunch lady sending nudes to a teenage student.
Nice. Okay.
What's on the menu? Tits.
Whoa.
She's a lunch lady?
Wait.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's a hot lunch lady. But the student was like 14, right?
Yeah, so that's the problem. So unfortunately, I said there are a few problems. There's a few problems with it. That's 31-year-old former lunch lady at New Fairfield High School, also in Connecticut, and her name is Andy Rosafort. Yeah, so the problem is that 1, she was married, and 2, he was a freshman. He was only 14. So single hot lunch lady sending nudes to a senior, no one bats an eye.
I would shit myself if the hot lunch lady started sending me nudes as a freshman. I wouldn't know what to do. I would lose my mind.
What a day.
This kid didn't either, Wes. That's why he spilled the beans.
Right.
So
oh no shit, the kid was just so freaked out that he spilled.
Yeah, wouldn't you be freaked? I would be freaked out, man.
I don't know, dude. Freshman, dude, that's gonna be a big notch on your belt. You're about to be king of the fucking school.
Some of these kids hadn't gotten through the whole first tits and stuff, and like they're nervous, right?
This woman sending you nudes.
Yeah, they were nervous. So
I mean, you bang the hot lunch lady as a freshman, you're gonna have quite a 4 years in high school.
Everyone's gonna sit around at the lunch table. Lunch is already the best part of the day, and if you get the hot lunch lady sending you nudes, like your lunch is pretty sweet. But
what's going on?
Apparently, she had What the hell is going on? Is this what high school's like?
He's so young that he
Yeah.
just freaked out and showed an administrator.
Yeah, his parents, I think.
Yeah.
So apparently, Andy had a thing for freshmen online in general. She had a thing for kids making the jump from middle to high school.
Oh my goodness.
Something probably happened to her sexually during that time in her life, and now she's a predator. And I'm not saying that all victims of assault are, but I mean, I nailed it with this lady. I'm telling you, some older guy fucked her when she was a freshman. Trust me on this. Take it to the bank. And now, nearly 2 decades later,
seems like she's getting
Take it to the bank.
take it to the bank. Some
paying
old
it
dude
forward.
assaulted her when she was 14. And now, nearly 2 decades later, she's going to these kids' sports games and sending them videos of them playing afterwards, along with nudes of herself. The one kid who blew the whistle asked if she sent the first nude by mistake, to which she responded with a different nude. You tell me if
Is this a
I'm
mistake.
Yeah, is this a mistake? Here's my vagina again. You tell me if it's a mistake.
Damn, she's horny.
Also, she may have banged that kid who whistle blew in the car on January 13th of this year when she picked him up from a party and allegedly had some sexual stuff with him in the
What
car.
state is this?
Damn, she's a
Connecticut.
real predator.
And his friend said that when he showed back up to the party, he was like acting very
His head was
weird.
spinning.
Yeah, he didn't know what was going on. They're like, "You're acting
Well,
really
he
weird."
just got his
What,
virginity
he just get
taken
blown by the hot lunch lady?
His eyes are just.
It's gonna take a random guess.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's 6 fools in schools.
Sick.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Revolver edition.
Let's address a few comments before we head out of here. This question from aceswild.com. If someone's already a Patreon member, does that come with YouTube or is that separate? No, because you get everything on the Patreon that you pay for on the on YouTube. So if you're right, am I right?
Yeah.
Well, basically, like you can do it
video
anywhere.
version in Patreon is a link from YouTube, right?
Right.
It's like YouTube. It's the
Well,
same.
not anymore. Not
Well,
anymore. We're posting straight to Patreon now, so you can
It's
do
the
it
same
anywhere.
show though.
So you can get it on YouTube memberships. You can get it on patreon.com/hard factor, all the bonus podcasts, and you can get it on Spotify subscriptions as well.
Right. We tried to make our bonus shows available on all platforms because not everyone knows about Patreon, wants to sign up for Patreon.
Actually, just for aceswild.com for that reason, because everybody's got different
So if you like
phone
Spotify,
habits.
you can still get it on Spotify. If you like YouTube, you can get it on YouTube, but you don't want to get Patreon on YouTube and because it's the same show.
Right. And Discord only comes with Patreon.
Correct.
So,
Thanks, Rad Dad.
And like trivia nights, like stuff
Rad
like
Dad's
that.
also wondering where Pat is too.
Yeah, he's trolling.
He's
though.
fucking with us.
Cocksucker.
Rad Dad. Good one, Rad Dad. All right, let's get the wheel up.
All right. Who's on Hive? 5.
Pat is.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I am.
I thought.
is
yeah. I
it Will?
thought Will was.
I
Are we
think
sure?
it's me,
Will?
yeah, because
Okay,
I've been
Will.
building
Okay, then Will.
I've been building a list.
Well, then it will.
Send me your videos, funny ones. Oh, also, it's me. Al Green had a great comment about me, which was true. I can't find it, but he said that toilet seats and vacuums don't stand a chance in my house. You're right.
Yeah. What do you break more of? Is the question. That should be the
I break more toilet seats for sure, but but
Are you
since I
sure
moved
it's
to
you?
plastic, I might break more vacuums in the future.
I thought it was Pat too. You're definitely sure it's you.
Yeah, I'm almost positive.
We'll text afterwards. Why don't?
Yeah. Okay.
If
Here we go.
if it lands, I'll pay the penance or whatever if I mess it up. But I'm pretty sure it's me.
Pat is Will in this scenario if he's not on. So if it lands on
Right.
Pat, that's a Pat or Will doing
Right.
the
Right.
coffee.
I'll take the punishment
Yeah.
if I
Pat
mess
is
this up.
Pat and Will are one and the same in this picture.
Okay. Sometimes someone tells me it's gonna be me. Then.
Oh, he called it. Big Ruth over here.
Something tells me.
The hell week continues.
That's fine.
Wes will have your coffee.
I will have your coffee.
There you go. Well, happy birthday again to Wes and anyone else that had a birthday this week. We will talk to you tomorrow. So why don't you get out there and have a great fucking day.